So I gave birth March 2nd, and that was a Friday. The night before, the Thursday night, I felt, some kind of pain. I woke up one night feeling pain, but I thought it was nothing. I was like, whatever, I'm going to get up and go to work anyway, because I've never had a child, so I don't know what labor pain feels like, and I don't know what it's like to be to have contractions. So I woke up the Friday, felt a little bit weird, but I went to work anyway. So let's back up a little bit, because I'm getting ahead of myself. So even before, I always knew that when I had a child, I wanted to deliver as naturally as possible. That was my goal. That was my dream. I have a high tolerance of pain. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's bad because I can be quite stubborn. But I don't like to take medicine. I don't like any kind of medication. So I kept telling everyone I don't care. I'm gonna go to the hospital. I don't want to see the epidural because I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna push it out like 1, 2, 3, like nothing. And I kept saying to everyone that it's gonna be natural. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see an IV. I'm just gonna push it out. And I got to the point where I even said that I looked into having a midwife. I said, forget it. I'm not even going to go to the hospital and be tempted. I'm going to have a midwife and I'm going to deliver at home in my own bed and be comfortable and I have to worry about, having an epidural. That was my mindset. I'm going to deliver natural, nothing. Straight me and baby. Let's go. All right. So now let's fast forward to the Friday. I'm at work. I'm starting to feel a little bit of pain. This was in the morning time. My back is starting to hurt me. But I'm like, whatever. I was due March 12th. This is the 2nd. He's not here. I don't think it's time for him to be here yet. Plus, my stomach was still kind of high. I didn't drop yet. So I'm like, no, it's nothing. The day progressed at work. The pain is coming more and more. But I keep working because I'm like, it ain't that bad. It's just pain. It will go away eventually. Not thinking that you're going to have a baby today. So at my job, my boss was like, Nadia, you need to go home. I think you're going to deliver. I'm like, nah, it's going to go away. Won't worry about it. Customers that know me, they're like, Nadia, you want to deliver in a minute. I'm like, no, I'm not. Don't worry about it. Let me help. What you need help with? What can I help you with today? So like around 12 o'clock, the pain got really intense where I couldn't walk. But I said, no, I'm going to push through because I'm not going home. I want to work today. If I go home, there's nobody home. I'm going to be bored. So I pushed through the pain. I'm like, I'm going to work. I don't care. It's boring at home. So then everyone just kept telling me, Nadia, you need to go home. You need to go call your doctor because you're having the baby today. I'm like, no, I'm not. So 12 o'clock, the pain getting sharper and sharper. Like around 4 o'clock now, mind you, I'm still working. I'm like, I ain't going home. 4 o'clock, it got really, really intense. When my boss was like, Nadia, we can't take the chance of you having the baby here. You really need to go home. I don't care what you say. You're not working anymore. I get home. I call my husband. He was off from work that day and he was out getting his hair done. He has locks also, really long locks. So he was out getting his hair done. And I said, oh, babe, I'm home. I think I'm having contractions. And he gets nervous. He's like, I'm coming. I was like, no. Get your hair done. Don't worry about it. Get your hair done. I don't think anything's going to happen right away. Take your time. Don't worry about it. This is like around 4:30-ish. Anyway, like around 5, 6 o'clock, the pain starts kicking in more and more. And then my husband finally comes home. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know. This pain is really intense. What should I do? He said, let's go to the hospital. I said, no, I don't want to go to the hospital yet. Because if I go, they might send me back home. And they're gonna want to put me on IV. So now it's like after 6. And I'm like, wait a minute now. This pain it's coming in my back. And I'm like screaming. I'm like, okay, let me take a shower and see if that helps. I go in the bathtub, I run a hot shower, and it helps because when the contractions come, it eases it. But I'm like, oh, this really hurts. My sister is here with me, my husband is here, and they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. They're like, go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. So my husband is like, Nadia, go to the hospital. You're too stubborn. I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. So, the pain is kicking in. I'm in the shower, and it's like really intense. I get out the shower, and my back is like on fire. Like it's like fire and brimstone in my back. And it's like really painful. And I'm just there like, okay, I'm gonna give it now. I think I'm gonna go to the hospital. They're like, really, finally? My sister called my mom. My mom comes over. And my sister really wanted to come with us to the hospital, but she has 2 kids. So she said she's gonna call her friend to watch her kids, and she should be there in the hospital within about an hour. So we said, fine, no problem. So hubby and I drive to the hospital. Mommy's behind us and another good friend of the family. So it's mommy and the good friend of the family behind us and me and hubby in the car going to the hospital. In the car ride to the hospital, let me tell you, it was the worst part ever. The pain was just the worst. And then I'm in New York, like New York. The potholes are just a boop, boop, boop. And every pothole we hit, it was like, are you serious? I wanted to scream. Then on top of that, we kind of like not really forgot how to get to the hospital, but I wanted to take my way, and he had his own way, and it was just a big mess. It was just chaos in the car. So within like 20 minutes we get to the hospital. And the hospital that I went to, which is LIJ, they have valet parking, which is free if you're admitted. So my husband was like, okay, I'm going to drop the car off at the valet parking and I'm going to bring you inside. I'm like, no, I can't wait. I got to get this baby out. He was like, wait for me, Nadia. I got to, drop the car at the valet, which is right at the front. It's like right at the front entrance. And I'm like, no, I can't wait for you to give the keys to the valet. I got to go. He's like, wait for me. I'm like, no, I got to go. So as soon as he pulled up to the front entrance of the building, I opened the door. Mind you, it was kind of cold that night. It was raining. I left my pocketbook, jacket, everything in the car, and just walked out right into the building. And he's walking to give the keys to the valet people. And as soon as I entered the building, my Queen Victoria down there was on fire. And I just not really dropped, but I knelt to the floor. And then they rushed and got a wheelchair for me. They're like, oh my gosh, somebody fell. So they rushed, got a wheelchair for me, put me in the wheelchair, rushed me to the admitting room. So they put the monitor where they can monitor the baby's heartbeat. And they're like, miss, you have to lay on your back so we can hear the baby's heartbeat. And I'm like, no, I'm not laying on my back. I need the epidural. The first thing I begged for was the epidural. I'm like, I want the epidural now. Yes. When I begged and I begged, I'm like, I need the epidural now. I don't care. I'm not laying on my back until I get this epidural. And my mother's like, no, Nadia, behave yourself. Lay on your back. I'm like, Mommy, I don't want to. So then eventually I lay on my back for a little bit and the pain came and I went back to my side. It was like a struggle. So lady's like, I have to check to see how far you've dilated. I'm like, well, I don't have the time. Give me the epidural. If you don't give it to me, you're not checking me. I must tell you, I'm not usually a rude person. I'm very nice and very cooperative, but the pain just had me thinking nonsense. So eventually they got me laying on my back and they checked to see how far I was dilated. And when I got to the hospital, she said I was 7 centimeters. They're like, miss, we don't think you have time for epidural. I said, I don't care. I want it. You better get it in here. So eventually, within like a minute or so after she checked me, my water breaks.